Hi, welcome back. This is part two of the introduction to Showcase Hair. So I'm going to show you the system, the back end of the system, the mechanics, but I'm also then going to show you it working on a salon website. So this is Showcase the back end. I'm looking at the super admin screen. So this is the screen that only we see, but I thought it'd be useful to show you the kind of things that are there that we work on. So I can see the list of salons here that we've set up. Um, Obviously, we'll be adding a lot more to these over the next days and weeks. I can see the number of photos that each salon's uploaded and the number of staff. Um, I can also go into things like the photo tags here. So we can change the tags that are available, like for example, for colors. These are the current tags that the AI will auto use when new images are uploaded. So it will select a suitable color. There's also things like cutting with a range of tags, styles. So this will develop over time as we recognize that some areas need more information, more tags. And also when images are uploaded in auto tags, you can manually override. So if the AI is missing out on, let's say, face framing, you can quickly, your stylist or you can quickly add that. So at this level, it's primarily about all the settings, things like the email templates that go out to the clients. So this is where we set up all the initial settings to get the system working. But let's go and see what you would see. So I'm going to jump in from here as the super admin. I'm actually going to view it as Flint, which is a client of ours. So I'm now seeing the dashboard as the owners and admins at Flint Hair would see it. So they can see on this dashboard, they can see their staff. And two of them are admins, Connor and Tristan. We can see the number of images they've uploaded for each one. We can edit the staff, which I'll go into in a minute, but there's a list of all the staff. We can see all the photographs they've uploaded. Now, these at the moment are just the unallocated photographs. So where photographs have been uploaded, but that we haven't chosen a stylist yet. But we can quickly see, let's have a look at Hope. Here's all Hope's images. And we can also quickly edit any one of these if we think that the image, the tagging isn't quite right. So we could, let me just choose something. Let's put a send style blowout. Let's do smooth. Let's do a bouncy blow dry. Okay. So from this part, we can manage the staff, the images. You can also add locations. So if you're a multi-location salon, you can add your other locations here because images are grouped by stylist, by location, and all of these tags. So that is the images and the staff. The other things that you can see here are the reviews. So reviews are pulled in from all the valuable places that reviews are held. So let me just show you the settings here. So there's a key for yoursalon.co, which is our own review website, but Salon IQ, Forest, we're just adding Zanotti, hopefully in the next week. So pulling reviews in from your software, but also your Google reviews. So all your reviews can be pulled into this one place, and we can filter them here if we want. We can see all their Google reviews. We can tag which team member, which means we can pull their reviews onto their pages. So there's one that's not been set yet. And look, Hope was incredibly lovely. So I know who that was. So we can manage from here all the reviews, all the locations, the staff, the images, etc. I'll come back to in a minute showing you the analytics and the embed. Let's go to a staff member. Let's go to Arabella. She's only got 8 images so far, but I wanted to show you the profile section. So for Arabella, and I think this will develop over time, Arabella, we've got a first and last name, we've got a photograph, obviously, which we can change. Her experience level, which has not been set yet on Flint. So what level of expertise, her job title, her price level, which they've not done, let's set that to level 2. If she chooses more, if she speaks other languages, let's have her speaking Italian. What her specializations are, I'm going to put that she also does balayage. Whether she's an admin, what gender or pronouns if you want that defined. What age is she? I put she's 26, because all of this information can be used for the stylist matchmaking: language, price levels, age range, qualifications, specializations. And there's a unique online booking link, and in this case it's for Forest, but could easily be Southern IQ or other systems, her Instagram profile, a TikTok profile. So it gives us a complete profile for Arabella. So that's the back end of the website, apart from the analytics and the embed. So analytics tells you everything. So over time, I think this is going to be an enormously important part of the system, because we can see which team members are getting looked at the most, which photos are getting the most clicks, where people are coming from to look at the showcase. We can follow the engagement funnel, so at what level they're delving into the information on the showcase. We can look at conversions, bookings, etc. I think this is an important part of the API, the automatic interaction with your booking system, is we're able to track conversions from the system. We can see also how different widgets are performing in terms of like the reviews widget. And even different parts of the website, which page is getting the most clicks, whether it's the home page, etc. So I'm now I've mentioned pages, I'm going to jump to those pages and working and show you how they actually work. So this is Flint, a copy of their website, a test copy. So this is their home page. Let's start right down the bottom where I've added a gallery of some of our most recent work. So this is dynamic. This is automatically, dynamically updated. So as they add images, they can be fed through to this gallery on the homepage. And they've got 5 pages of these images, or 4, looks like at the moment, or 5. And this is great. You could have a specific set of images for the homepage, tag them for home, or you can have just all your images, which I think what this is. Now I'm going to show you something else. Oh, before I jump off and show you something, let me just show you how the images lead to a booking. So we can see all these images on every page where you see images. They work like this. If you hover over them, you have the ability to open a profile. So for Rachel now, I can see a lot more information about her specialities, her achievements, her languages, her images, and also her reviews and a booking link. So her profile becomes a place that a client can lead directly to a booking. So let's look at a few other placements of these images. Now, we used to have a thing called Hairstyle Picker, and it was incredibly popular on our websites. Clients loved it. It was a place they could go and look through lots of images and filter them, which you can't do on Instagram. But they were always images from suppliers like Weller and Goldwell, etc. Now we can have that, but for your images. So this Hairstyle Picker has all of your images on one page, but with filtering. So if I wanted to just see, let's have a look, just the highlights. I mean, this will work even better when there's a lot more images uploaded. So a client can come here and filter through and see, I want to just see copper. I imagine they could see all the 50 odd pictures of copper and see who did it and visit their profile and book. So it converts this kind of just a static gallery into an interactive, find the image you want and book with the stylist once you found out more information about them. But we can also place it on specific pages. So your hair color page can have a gallery, or in this case, I've done a carousel. So the styling of the image layout can be changed. Rather than a block of images, I've done a carousel so we can move through them. Now, these are all the color images, but it could be curls or keratin treatment or extensions or long hair, or for a blog article. We can place a set of dynamic images onto a relevant page all over the website with direct interaction with the staff profiles, the bookings, their reviews. I think this is a really powerful addition to the information on the website. I know Google will love it because it'll encourage a lot more engagement on the website. So this is the first and second part of what we're doing with Showcase: dynamic images, linking to much expanded profiles, with direct links into your booking system. Then the next part of what we're doing, and we're doing this now, is the Stylist Matchmaker. Now, this is a system that will guide your potential clients, your web visitors, to make a booking with the perfect stylist. Now, we have done a lot of work on this already. We've got the profiles, we've got the images, we've got all the information about the stylist. So if they want to select a male stylist under 25 that speaks Spanish and is an expert in curly hair, we've got all that information already. So we've just got to create the pop-up or the menu link that allows the client to filter on the kind of stylist prerequisites, what they're looking for from their stylist. Now, I had a good look around to see if there are other systems similar, and I found one in America, and I think they do it terribly. So our system was going to be a lot better than this. This is the American one on a website. This is urbanbetty.com, a salon, and they've got this Maya stylist quiz. We just don't think this is suitable at all. Our quiz will be about what age range, what gender, what skills, what languages, what price level, etc. You know, choosing the appropriate stylist or uploading an image. So that image, when it's uploaded, would look through all of the portfolio and say, these stylists have work that we think is very similar. But look how this client does it, or this how Maya does it, sorry. So this is the questionnaire. Choose a service category, get started. Right, hair. Select what you'd like to receive. I'll have hair color. Okay, next. My hair's best described as, let's put curly. Next. What are your current hair challenges? Let's say it's thinning. Okay, I just want to do a stylist match, but which types of hair loss are you experiencing? Let's say hairline recession. Which hairstyle best describes your current look? Okay, mid-length. Which hair color best describes the look you're seeking? Okay. Why are you looking for a new service provider? I'm new to the area. The ideal professional for me is someone who's caring and listens, someone who takes control. Okay. How would you describe your personal style? In my free time, I mostly like to be, to us, this is completely wrong. This is delving into all sorts of areas about personality and personal traits, which could follow on a stage 3 if we decide that we want this kind of next level information for those that want to give it. But in terms of matching a stylist, it's all about, I think, their qualifications, their price, their experience, their age, their gender, their work. And I think that's what we're going to deliver. And I believe that we'll be launching the matchmaker part of this probably within 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, because we've done all the heavy work, creating the profiles, doing the images. So that means that within a very short period of time, next month, we'll have working live sites with the full showcase interactions on them. So that's where we are so far. As an example of what Maya charge for their system, and the cheapest is $199 a month, up to $500 a month. So we'll be charging a monthly subscription, and for that, you'll get all of these things that we've shown you so far today. I hope you've got loads of questions. I'll be happy to jump on a call with you and answer some of those.